Hello everyone, I'm Alicia. Welcome to my Beautiful Nights channel. For this video, I'm going to open up a new monthly subscription from Czech Beads exclusive. In case you're interested in this box, I will leave a link for it down there below in the description bar. So let's see what this month's theme is. Love and peace, just what we all need. Okay, it says there's 21 items, but they're also broken down into lots. That means there's gonna be more. So let's see what we have. Oh my gosh, these rings are cool. I bought these from Czech Beads exclusive. They have a bag of Picasso rings. I think it's 50 grams. It's a lot. I did a bead haul a long time ago on them. But these right here, they come in all different colors. If you like these, this is the acid wash one, but I do prefer them smooth because I like to bead around them. I did a video using this as the centerpiece. I think I called it Nefertiti earrings and bracelets. I'll go look for the pictures and put it up now. But yeah, I used this in the center. I think I did. I've made so much stuff, it's getting hard to remember. But these are pretty cool. You can also connect these, in case you didn't know, with jump rings. You can make earrings, like something quick and easy. You can, these are AB finish, so I could flip that over. But for example, you can connect these together like this. Make earrings with them. Use jump rings. You can have a charm at the bottom. Okay, this is how I do it. I like patterns like this. But you could do whatever pattern you want. See, like that. Use jump rings to connect them, like chainmail. It's just you can't open these. And now I don't have enough to actually make earrings like this, but I do have silver red here, so I could do something like this. Have red here. Okay. Make this again, and then I could have this dangling at the top or the bottom, have a charm at the bottom. You can just do several different things. But those are just some ideas. You can also connect them together and make a chain. So this is like red, white, and blue, right? Yeah. Well, I just realized it's red, white, and blue. Look at that. Did wish there was more blue. But everybody will get a different mix. We don't always get the same. And I wish I had my bead scooper out. I usually do have it up, but the cats have been knocking it off my desk. They have been very naughty lately. Okay, those are cool. And then, these are bicones, but they're Czech bicones. And I've talked about this before, but if you haven't heard me, Czech bicones, you can tell that they're Czech because they're more elongated than a regular bicone. They have very round holes, okay, so like Swarovski bicones are the best quality, right? But Czech also makes amazing quality bicones, because look, the hole is also round. These will not cut your thread, but do you see how long? Like, they are just a little bit longer than a regular bicone. And this is a pretty cool color, I gotta say. I haven't seen this before. It's like smoky gray with specks of gold on it. That's pretty. And this is enough for a ring. You know the little motifs, they go back years. I learned it when I was a little kid. You take 6 seed beads, you put them in a circle, and you crisscross through the 6th seed bead, and then you have these going around it, and then you have like a round bead at the bottom. It kind of looks like a flower. You can make a ring like that with these. And this color, I have to jump down here to this. This color is so pretty. This is like champagne. And I have to say, I really like these two together. Those are pretty together. So these here, I've not used these in weaving. I really feel like they're for stringing. But they probably could be used in weaving. I think they're called wings or something. They're kind of neat. I love that color. There is this one Czech. I always buy, I don't really buy Swarovski crystals. I always go with Czech. They're more affordable and I feel like they're just as good quality as Swarovski. So I always buy MC Czech crystals, which MC stands for machine cut crystals. And there is this one color. It's a champagne color. It's like this, I swear it's the same exact color. It is so beautiful. I use that color a lot when I use bicones and weaving. So here we have some Hawaiian flowers. These are table cut. I think I have this in my stash. Mine have more white in them, but I only have like 2 of them. Just like these here. They are pretty. Always love flowers. This is cool. Is this a palm tree pattern? Yeah, that's neat. That's really lightweight. I almost wonder if that's aluminum. If it is aluminum, it will never tarnish. I used to, and I've talked about this before, I've even done videos on it, I used to go to thrift stores and buy chains from belts, and I have always found that aluminum chains never, did I say chains? Aluminum chains never discolor. They never tarnish. They don't rust. They don't peel. They always have their gold or silver, whatever finish they are, is always the same. But they are extremely lightweight. That's kind of like the thing I'm not crazy about aluminum chains. Very lightweight. These are pretty. I like these a lot. See, I'm kind of strange. When I see a piece like this, like a lot of people just think, oh, just use it as a charm. But I think if I had 6 of these, I might be able to use these as a flower. Like, really, I would. If I had 4 more of these, or even 5, I would try to weave these together to see if I could make a flower. And then we have... What? These are cathedral beads. Now, cathedral beads are cut, okay? Kind of like a table cut bead, but they're not flat. Usually table cut beads are flat beads that have the sides shaved off. But cathedrals, they are also kind of like a table cut, where they have sides shaved off. But these here, these are cathedral beads without the cuts, without the facets. This is what they look like before they cut them. Do you see it? That is a cathedral bead. It looks weird, I have to say. I much prefer it with the facets. It's kind of hard to tell. I think this is a teal color. I'm going to put up to my light. Oh, it's not. It's Capri Blue, which is kind of this color, but transparent. Those are funny. They kind of look like rocks, and I hope that I have enough lighting here. I realized I didn't turn on my other light. So those are strange. That's the first time I've seen that. But I could totally tell that that is a cathedral bead. So funny. So these, I think these are called Paisleys. Am I right? I'll see when I go to the paper. There's a Zoli Duo which has a rounded side on one side and then the other side's flat, but this is flat on both sides, so I think it is a Paisley. And I have to say, I was just working on a project box that came with Zoli Duos, and I found them incredibly annoying. I feel like there's not many things that can be done with the Zoli Duo because the ones I have are only curling in one direction, right? And one side's flat, which is the bottom, and one side's round. So I'm very limited on what I can do with it. But this Paisley bead, I can easily flip this and I can make patterns like this, right? Or I can have them going like this, okay? And then have, for example, let's say I made like an earring. Okay, I can have the other side of my earring like this, okay? And then I could have a big teardrop in the middle, but the Zoli Duos, because they have two different sides, it makes it harder. Now I do think the Zoli Duos do come in a left and right. But that's kind of annoying because then you have to buy the same bead twice. You know what I'm saying? So I do kind of like these paisleys more. These do seem a tad bigger, not much. Just a tad bigger than the Zoli Duo. These are pretty. Gold hearts. Also, there's silver hearts. Oh my gosh, there is a big bag of Zoli Duos in there. It's like a hot pink. Pinkish red color. So there is some gold. Those are pretty. Didn't I do a chandelier earring back in the day with hearts as the dangle? I think I did. Here is the silver. Okay. And now this Zoli Duo. How many was in here? Is there 10? 10. Man, I would like to play with these. These are cool. I like these two colors together. I think I want to make earrings. Leaves? Oh my gosh. Do I not have this sleeve? Oh, I have this one. I only have a couple of this one now. I think I have like 2. It was from a weird bead mix that I bought online. So these have top holes, not side holes. How many are there? There's 6. There's enough to make a flower. I do 5 and 6 in a flower. Anyways, do you see that right there? The holes on the top. This still works in a flower ring, which I think I'm going to be doing a video. Yeah, I should be uploading this ring. This ring. I just did this ring here. So this bead, teardrop here, the hole's going this way. So this bead would be used right there where that purple teardrop's at because of the direction of the hole, if that makes sense. So yeah, I just recently did a video on this flower. If you want to go check that out. It was a video that I did just before this one was uploaded. Okay. And look at this Buddha. I got this in the bow. No, not that one. This one. I got this cool Buddha head in the Bohem style, the sister box to this subscription box here. It was in a necklace that had a big pink tassel in it. It had matte pink drucks. They were so pretty. This is a very cool bead. Because look at that color that's in the details. It's almost like it's, I don't know how they did this. They had to have painted it and then tumbled it. But it's like, almost like a Aurora Borealis. It is so cool. I think this would be neat with those lava rock beads. Yeah, I really like that necklace. And then these, I think these came in that necklace. These are some of the prettiest melon beads. There's 6. And are these, do these match these? Because I was talking about making a ring earlier. I think they could work together. If I did the blast from the past ring. Those are so pretty. I love, what I really love about this, it is a matte bead, right? But because of how they made this, the little crevices, the details, those did not get matted. Okay, so look at that. There, those little cracks, how shiny they are. That is so cool. Those are cool. I like those a lot. And then we have some metal beads. Oh, these are neat. I like these. These are heavy. These are very heavy. They're solid. Those are cute. I like tribal looking stuff like this. I really like it. Jewelry that looks like it's from another world, another culture. I think it's really cool. And then a crackled teardrop, and I gotta say, I've mentioned this before, but you guys realize you can like go to Walmart and get crackled beads. Those crackled beads at Walmart, they are actually a matte finished bead. Okay, they're matte and they are crackled, and then they put a clear coat over them. So, and I know this because I have bought them myself, and I'll never buy them again unless I check them first. And then when you go to make jewelry with it, and you're like washing your hands, okay, you wear it, you know, I was living in a lot of my beaded jewelry at one point. I realized I can't be living in it because it's not indestructible. But anyways, the coating comes off, and you will see underneath it's a matte bead. Now check crackled beads. They are not coated at all. Look at this. Do you see that hole right there? The ones that are coated, or right around here, are a matte finish, okay, because that is what the bead actually looks like. So what they do is they string the beads, they're on a strand like pearls, and they like spray them or something, and then this here, it's touching another bead, and so is this side, okay, so that doesn't get coated. So when you look at the bead and you see the crappy ones, that it's dull and it's not shiny there, that's because the bead's coated. But this bead is not coated. It is totally going to stay like that. So that's something I just want to point out. I've talked about this before, but it is nice to know these things so you don't waste your money. Because if you buy a bead and you like the way it looks when you buy it, and if it changes later, that's disappointing. You know, I want to know if it's going to change or not. These are cool. So these are teardrops with a center hole, which I don't have much of. I have a lot of side holes because of my flower addiction. These would be great for earrings. These are really good quality. Look at the rounded holes. Again, I have to point out. See this hole? Can you see? Come on, camera, focus. Super round, smooth hole. These will not cut your thread. Those are very good quality. Nice facets too. Oh my. More bicones. These are 6, right? Wait, were those other ones 5? No, those are 6. They gotta be. I have to look at my paper. So these ones were gray with gold like flecks, and these look like they might be clear. These are so cool. It's like mercury glass. These are clear with like nickel looking, like they look like mercury glass. Those are gorgeous. They kind of look like they're crackled in my camera, but they're not. That is the finish on them. Those are awesome. I would love to have a ton of those. Those are cool. Okay, here is a cathedral bead. This is great because earlier I showed you guys right here. If you look at this bead, okay, I'll take it out of the bag. If you look at this bead, if you just look at the hole and compare it to the hole on this and around the hole, you could tell that these here are cathedral beads that just have not been faceted yet. Do you see that? Isn't that cool? That's cool. Oh wow. What? This one, these are half coat. Okay, so normally the cathedral, because they're faceted, they have the coat on one side here and then the other side, and then this here is faceted, so it's shaved off. But these are half coats. So do you see how it is mirrored on this side and then the other side's clear? The end there is clear. Those are half coat. Those are cool. I've been getting a lot of cathedral beads. It's almost getting to the point where I need to make my own box for cathedral beads. Oh my, I love these. Tree of Life. I have a Tree of Life ring. It's a stainless steel one. I don't wear it that much because it's really big. I do like big rings, but that one, it just seems like it's annoying to me for some reason. These are double-sided. They're super shiny and have really great detail. They have cute charms in this subscription box. They always give out the cutest little charms. Oh my gosh, look at these eye beads. These are awesome because they have eyelashes. That's why. Not because they're eyes, but because they have eyelashes. Look at the eyelashes. Aren't those cool? I like that. Oh boy, we got more leaf beads. Are those flowers too? Okay, I gotta go to the leaves. Oh my. Okay, there's 4, which is not enough for a ring, but I have used smaller amounts of leaves like this in earrings. You know though, I do have a record of when I go to make like brilliant drops with wire, right? If I use glass teardrops, I will usually crack the dang bead. The wire has to be kind of soft like this here. If I were to put this on wire, I would probably have to use like a 24 gauge wire so I didn't crack the bead, because 20 usually does crack and chip the end there. But those are pretty. Those are a pretty color. I like those. Oh, where'd it go? I saw this design once. I think it was in a magazine where they took beads like this. I think they just did 3 or 5. It was an odd number of teardrops. And they strung them on to bead string wire. And they took a shank button and they just crisscrossed both ends through the button. And I don't remember what they, maybe they just strung, I think they might have strung just the rest of the wire, but that was like a focal centerpiece. It was so simple, but it was like a genius idea. It was like, why haven't I ever thought of that kind of thing? And then we have, are these triangles? Yeah, these are weird. These are like robotic looking. See, stuff like this is boggling to the mind. I always think of weaving with beads. I always think of a weaving project before I think of a stringing project. That there I think would be terrible in weaving. That would have to be used for a stringing project. What? These are clear? I thought they were white. Oh, maybe I thought they were white because of the sticker. These are cool. Very fancy. Oh my gosh, there's still more leaves in the box. Kidding me. Oh, you know why? Because this is a Valentine's Day box. That's why. These are so pretty. These are pretty. Now, these are one-sided, okay? So I'm not crazy about this size. But, if you guys remember, I have made hair barrettes with flat beads like this that have one side in the past. The pictures, I don't think I'll be able to find them. I'll probably have to go to Facebook. But I have done hair barrettes showcasing beads like this in those metal hair clip barrettes. So that's what I would probably do with these. You could string them, but when it's one-sided like that, I like to do stuff like that instead. Really show off. love the flower. I can't believe there's more leaves. These are clear. These are matte. Oh, these are cool in matte. I like it more in matte than in clear. See that? There's 5 though. I could still make a ring, but I do prefer 6 because of how I have to add a ring band. You can also turn the flower though into a pendant. It does not have to be a ring, but I do prefer rings. Okay. And then this. Wow, this is big. I have never seen this leaf this big. And it is smoky quartz color. These are awesome. I wish there was more. Just 3 more. Look at those. So this is the same leaf as the leaf that I used right here in this ring. It's just like twice as big. Okay, and look at how thin this one is. That's a thin leaf, right? Look at how thick. These are very thick. I really like those. Those are awesome. Okay, we have drops left. This color is epic. It is called Montana Blue, in case you didn't know. It is like a dark, stormy, weather looking kind of blue. That's how I would call it. Dark sky. Hurricanes are coming. It actually looks great in my camera, but it's a dark blue. Those are pretty. There's 5, there's 10. Alright, I'm going to go to the paper and see what everything's called, and then I will be back and we will talk about what we could make with all of this stuff. Alright, so I have gone over the list multiple times, and I think that there might be a couple beads on here that are under the wrong name and it's confusing me, so I will talk to you about those beads when I get to them. So let's start with number 1 here on the list. Number 1 is Lovely Heart Beads, 6mm, 2 lots. Those are obviously it. And then oval beads, oval metal beads, 8x6mm. Those are oval. And then flat eye metal beads, 6x3mm. That's these, okay? And then it goes into petal beads, 8x5mm. So I think those would either be these, maybe, but these are 2-hole, these aren't really petal beads, or these. But I'm thinking it probably is these, which these are actually 2-hole. I think they're called paisley beads. I want to say paisleys. So that there was kind of confusing me. Okay, and then going on, we have Buddha head bead, 15x14mm, and then cool melon beads, 8mm, lovely flower beads, 12mm, pear bead, 18x11mm, nice teardrop bead, 7x5mm, these here, and then teardrop beads, 8x6mm. I thought these were the same size. Looking at them separately, it kind of looks like they are, but now that they are together, I can see that the clear ones are just a tad smaller, just a little bit smaller than these. Okay, and then going on, the next thing is flower beads. These are 9mm, and then cool donut beads, 9mm, triangle metal beads, 5mm, Tree of Life pendants, 15x13mm, lovely coin charm, 21x8mm, and then leaf charm, 14mm by 17, leaf beads, going up here, 12mm by 8mm. Now it says 3 lots. Now normally when it says lots, it's the same exact bead, it's just in a different color. But this time I got 3 different, I have actually a total of 4 different leaves here, but I think these here are more the same size, so that's why these say 12 through 8. I guess that's what I kind of figured, okay? Because after these 3, it says leaf beads 14x9, which these are the really big ones, okay? And then fire polish beads, 6mm, 3 lots. Now this is kind of like this here. So fire polish, I think of Czech faceted you know, ovalish, round shaped beads. But these here, they still are fire polished, but these are bicone shaped. And the Cathedral, I think that they would go here because they're 6mm, so that's why I grouped them like that from the list. And then moving on, we have angel wing beads, 13 by 6mm. And cool Cathedral beads, 4mm. So I was right, they are unfaceted Cathedral. So this is everything, and I think I got it right according to the list and going back and forth, and this is it. So what am I going to make? I don't know yet. I really like the paisley beads here. They have 2 holes. They're, to me, I like them more than the what's the other bead called? I said it earlier. Zoli Duo. Because the Zoli Duo has a round side, a flat side, but this here you could flip it either way, so I like that. But there is not a lot of the blue ones, so I might have to do earrings, which would be okay, but I always have to look at the colors. What colors can I put together? And these here, I don't really feel like they go with a whole lot of stuff in this box, and I always try to use as much as I can from the box. So I use stuff like seed beads from my collection and bead stringing wire, needles, things like that. I try not to dig too much in my stash because I want you guys to be able to make the same piece. So if I don't do the Zoli Duos, I was thinking of maybe trying earrings, because there's a bunch of teardrops here. Those are pretty. These are clear, okay? So these look great with those. I can even do flowers. A while back I did earrings. They were like chandelier earrings. They actually did really well. A lot of people made them. But I would kind of do something like that. But see, the top, I did a brick stitch and I had 4mm beads. And I don't really have that in this box. I'm thinking it might have to be earrings or a ring. So let me know what you think down in the comments, and I will try my best to make a really cool design and come back and show you how to do it. So this is it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please like this video, leave me a comment, subscribe if you want to see more of my videos, and make sure you click the bell button so that you get notified whenever I upload new videos, and check me out on my social media sites. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. Thanks for watching.